if you are following a lot of Luxe influencers, people who have these jewel-worthy feeds, just know that they are collectors, right? Like, that is what brings them joy. That is what makes their heart sing. It's not the same thing for everybody. What's up, y'all? It is Tashira of Politics and Fashion here today with a sit-down video because I want to talk to y'all about something that has been on my mind a lot. As a matter of fact, while I was doing my journaling and meditation this morning, I used this book, which I'll show y'all, that has these kind of daily prompts or daily doses of wisdom. And today's message was all around being fulfilled with what you already have. And the message was about how the human brain will always desire more, which is why billionaires like Jeff Bezos still want more. Celebrities still want more fame. So whether it's money, it is fame, it is a material item, we always want more unless we are actively doing the work to kind of quell that desire. So today's video is about that concept. What are those luxury items that I have just one of, or that I want to have one of eventually, and that I will challenge myself to be content with just one? Just one is more than enough and good for me. If you were interested in learning more about luxury minimalism and what is on my list of one and done, just keep watching. All right, girl, I apologize in advance for the little peep show because this Zara shirt is threatening to show all the goods. So I brought you a little bit closer. Not that I want you to be like all in my stuff, but I did put a lash on today, so actually, this might be a better angle. All right, before I go any further, please make sure you are following me over on Instagram. I am Politics and Fashion across all platforms, and it's the place where I do all of my daily styling, inspiration, motivational chats, all that good stuff. So yeah, I don't want you to miss nothing. Go ahead and follow me over on Instagram. Let's get started with the list though. The first thing that I am content with only having one of is my Cartier Just Unclue bracelet. Now let me get closer because I am of course wearing it today. I've worn it every day since I got it, and it is truly one of the most divine pieces of jewelry that I think I have ever had. I'm so thankful that Ombre got this for me for my birthday this year. It is just such a great way to kind of glide into the last year of my 30s. And so you may know that Cartier does a lot of pretty popular pieces. Outside of the Just Unclue, I also pop up a picture of a bracelet called the Love Bracelet. And if you are on Pinterest, honey, if you are following certain like Luxe lovers on Instagram, on YouTube, this bracelet has been everywhere. I think about somebody like Pusha T who has an arm full of love bracelets, and they are absolutely dynamic and beautiful. Now, the Just Unclue is not as popular, but it is a pretty popular piece for Cartier. And even with this, there are people who have pretty sizable collections. And I have to say that I'm not drawn to that. Jewelry and fine jewelry in particular is one of those things that I do think of as an investment. I feel like we were so blessed to be able to get this, and I appreciate the one. And I'm somebody who typically has a pretty like large or sizable bracelet stack. Today I just have this one because I wanted y'all to be able to see what it looks like. But even with that, I find that the Just Unclue, which stands for, or is French for just a nail, sits so well among my other pieces that are not fine jewelry, or my other pieces that are more like organically made, the brass, the chunkier pieces. This sits so well against it until I don't want a whole stack of fine jewelry. I don't want a whole stack of Just Unclues. I don't need a whole stack of love bracelets. So I probably should say that it's not just the Just Unclue in this category. If I'm being honest with myself, I'm fine with having just one Cartier bracelet. Now, if Ombre wants to surprise me one day and bring me home a love bracelet, I surely would not complain. I'm not going to say, take it back to the store. Like, who would do that? Nobody's going to. No one's gonna do that, okay? It'll be one of them, if you're really a prince, I'll marry, like somebody is gonna take that mug. And so in that case, it would be me, but I'm not actively working towards a Cartier stack. I have one Cartier bracelet and I am ecstatic with it. The second thing on my list of items that I have just one of and I am cool with it, I actually did not always feel this way, and it is my David Yurman ring. Let me get closer so y'all can see it, and I'll make sure that I'm putting B-roll as well as links down below if you are interested in any of these pieces, if I can find them. This ring, back to Bay, Ray got this for me for our 7th anniversary. We've been together now for 7 years. Our anniversary is in October, and I think it might be part of the Renaissance collection. I could be wrong, girl. Again, I'll link it down below. And I have had this obsession with David Yurman for quite some time, and again, much like the Cartier bracelets, if you are on Pinterest, on Instagram, I would have so many clients that would come into my boutique when I worked in luxury retail, and I'm talking about, it would be stacks of Cartier bracelets, Cartier rings, the earrings, the necklaces. Cartier is a brand that when you dip your toe in it, for some reason, it is this compulsion to just get deeper and deeper and deeper. And I think it's because out of all of the fine jewelry companies, by the way, David Yurman, much of it is sterling silver, but I'll still say out of all of the fine jewelry companies, David Yurman tends to flip their inventory or come out with newer designs, that's a better way of putting it, more frequently. So Cartier may come out with a new collection every 2 to 3 years, okay? David Yurman is coming out with something new every 6 months, daggone near. So you're always going to be drawn in through the advertisements, through the social media, through, you know, your relationship with your essays, who's calling you up like, hey girl, we got this new... So before you know it, you have this huge collection. And for me, once Ray put this ring on my finger, I was like, oh, this is it. This is, I don't need another piece of David Yurman jewelry. Again, if Bae wants to come home and get me a whole rack of David Yurman bracelets, I'm not gonna say no. But am I actively working towards it? No. And for rings in particular, this is what I have figured out. I have very large fingers, long, so therefore my rings, I like for them to be sizable. This is my engagement ring. Now this ring actually has 2 pieces, a top and a bottom band. So by the time this ring is, all 3 pieces are on, it fits up to like half my knuckle. This, as you can see, is also, and it can actually be spread out, a pretty large stack. So once I stack this and Ray and I get married and I wear my full wedding set and I have all the bracelets that I tend to wear, like, is it Mr. T? Like, whatever. I don't need any more rings. I feel like that would kind of be doing a little bit too much. Now I should say, these pieces that I'm going to say that I'm content with only one of, if you have multiple of them, girl, you work, do you. Spend your money how you choose. This is not an indictment of folks who have multiple ones. It's just me saying I am content with just having one. And that is how I feel right now about David Yurman jewelry. Rings in particular, because I do have a David Yurman cuff. I barely wear it because it's mostly all sterling silver with just the 2 gold pieces in the front. But between this ring and that cuff that I probably at some point will sell, I am more than happy with my David Yurman collection. So let's switch now to something that I actually don't have. If you watched my wish list video for 2021, then you know that I really want to invest in a timepiece this year. Almost did it for my birthday, couldn't find the one that I really wanted, but then went out to lunch recently with a friend, and let me just insert a picture right here for you. Is it great or is it, girl, this is a Rolex Date Just Jubilee band. We're not sure of the size of the face. It's probably a 16 or a 17. That size face I thought was too small for me because I am like I have a long body. I'm almost 6 feet tall. But girl, trying it on made my heart sing. Like I almost didn't give it back to my friend. Is how much I absolutely love this watch. I do not intend to be a watch collector. I have no interest in having 5, 10, 15 watches. There are people out there who know a lot about watches. Like that is their thing. More power to them. I actually watch their videos because I'm trying to learn what a good investment is for me. But a watch isn't like a bracelet. A watch isn't like a ring. You can only wear one watch at a time. Unless you're like Flavor Flav and you know, whomever, and that's like your thing to have watches all the way stacked. But I don't think that's most people's thing. And so for me, I don't need to collect watches just to kind of look at them. Like I want my watch to be functional. You're either gonna see me with the Rolex or I'm not gonna have a watch on. I'm not gonna have a watch on, or I'm gonna wear the Rolex. You see where I'm headed? Like one watch, one investment is it for me. As a caveat, when I say one, I definitely don't mean like that same one forever, because I am also someone who y'all know buys secondhand items, sells to the secondhand market quite often. And so if something happens to my watch, or if one day down the road I decide I want a watch with a bigger face, for example, or I want to go for the all gold Rolex, girl, my bank account says I can do it, then the one that I purchased first, I'm just going to sell. Like I have a one in and one out philosophy for quite a few of the items that are on this list in a luxury watch. My first luxury watch will fit into this category. I plan to be very, very content with that one. Next up on the list, y'all, is another recent purchase. I got this for myself for my birthday, and it is the Hermes Bairn wallet. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but it is the long wallet. I'm not going to take my cards out because I do want y'all to just kind of see how everything fits, okay? I don't think you can see anything there. It has the zipper here, which I love. I mean, this is not a wallet review, so you probably don't care about all of this, but it also has the 2 slots here. It says Hermes and very small gold foil there. Girl, so I was on the fence about this watch in particular because when I got it, I'm sorry, I got like a little bit of wax on this, which is, I just spilled my candle everywhere and it's driving me bananas, but I'll get back to that. Hopefully I'm showing you close-ups of this so you can actually have a chance to see what it looks like. For me, the Bairn wallet is one of the best full-size wallets on the market to shower. Why do you say that? Because it lays flat. And that's so hard to find in a full-size wallet. I think LV might make one, but that's the only other Luxe brand that I could find that had one that I really liked. And so there's a couple reasons why this is the only one I'm gonna have. Much like a watch, I can't wear multiple wallets at a time. I do have an LV key clay that I actually will put my keys inside of, and that's more of like I'm running out to the grocery store really quickly. I just finished working out. I want to grab that, put my license and put my debit card in it and go. Or it's perfect for a smaller handbag that this won't fit in. But for the most part, this is all I'm carrying, and it is my first full-size wallet that I've ever had because I do tend to carry more cash these days. I'm turning into my mother, okay? So from that perspective, I need a full-size wallet. I can only wear one full-size wallet at a time, and this one makes my heart sing for so many reasons. I love the color of the leather. It is so bright. I love the gold hardware. I don't need multiple ones, and I see a lot of times people who will like I used to have clients like this who would buy a wallet to specifically go with a handbag, and if your life is that organized, sis, hats off to you, chef's kiss. I would be losing stuff left and right trying to take my cash, my cards, my insurance card, girl, my vaccination card, like taking that out and then putting it in another wallet. I'm not gonna do it. I know thyself. So This one wallet, which was an investment, is more than enough for me. I am fulfilled with it until I one day get the one in Epsom leather. But again, bank account gotta say that's the right thing to do, because right now I'm okay with my $1,400 wallet. That's a pretty sizable investment. Over $3,000, Hermes, we gonna have to see about that a little bit later. But for right now, we Gucci. Well, we're not Gucci, we're Hermes, but we're good. Now let's talk about handbags, because I do have multiple handbags, and you're gonna say, well, Tashira, you can't wear multiple handbags, and you was saying that about a watch and a wallet. Okay, girl, I get it, okay? I'm just going to be a hypocrite and make a bit of an allowance for multiple handbags in my collection, okay? But I do have designers on this list that I will only have one of their handbags. See? All right. I know it's kind of cheating, but you'll understand my philosophy in just a bit, okay? One of the handbags that I have, y'all, is by Dior. It is the Dior book tote. So let me just... Y'all have seen this before. I've worn it in so many styling videos. I have worn it over on Instagram. I take this bag on vacation. I take it on every plane I have been on since I got it. Let me see. I don't know if you all are seeing it on that side. I absolutely love the bag. It is in the classic oblique pattern. I have a bag organizer on the inside to make it kind of hold its shape. Y'all, not only do I not need another book tote, because obviously who needs more than one tote? This is the small size, by the way. So I like it because I can wear it as a handbag or as a tote. But I also realized that as much as I love Dior, because I am a Dior girl. Outside of this tote, I also have a pair of Dior shoes. And I love their ready to wear. But I find that the brand is a little pricey. I find that it's a little pricey. And I very often will compare my bag purchases to like, oh, that's half the way to a Birkin. Like, let me give you an example. I just heard someone say today that the Dior saddlebag, and I think like with the extra strap in the oblique pattern, so this same pattern, is going for about $5,000 US right now. And to that I call bullshit, because it is canvas. And I once again think that before I spend $5,000 on a Dior bag in store, what I would do is save that money, put a couple more stacks with it, and jump out there and get my Birkin or my Kelly. Does that make sense? So for no other reason, not because I don't love plenty of Dior bags. The only Dior bag I don't really like is the Lady Dior, but that's a different story for a different day. I can't see it for multiple Dior bags. I'm sorry. Once again, I am so content with this one. Like, that is my Dior fix. I go into my closet and it literally makes me proud. I love to wear it with more neutral outfits because it adds a pop of color. I love the fact that I have the organizer in it and it holds so much. Like, it is just the bag of all bags for me, and probably my favorite bag in my collection, to be honest with you. So yeah, with that said, y'all, it don't get no better. The price was great. They've had several price increases since I got it. What am I chasing at Dior? I already, in my opinion, have the best option for me. So Dior handbags, one and done. I have this Saint Laurent blazer. You all have seen this because I wear it in almost every capsule wardrobe imaginable. It is the blazer that keeps on giving. And as a matter of fact, if you're someone that's into blazers, I can't think of another blazer besides Balmain, for example, like their signature blazer, that I would say rivals as far as like the icon status of the Saint Laurent blazer, specifically the lace smoking, which means that it has the satin collar. I'm good with this. And I see other blazers all the time, especially by contemporary brands like Veronica Beard and others, black blazers specifically. And I just think to myself, why do I need more than one black blazer? I can cape this, I can make it casual, I can dress it up. I mean, look at the detail on this, on the sleeves. It is just so Good, I'm actually gonna style this in my next Back to Basics video with a black slip dress. With that in mind, I don't need more than one. I mean, it will literally just be in my closet to be in my closet. Now, there are ones by the Frankie shop, for example, that have like very exaggerated shoulders or kind of cinch at the waist and kind of dip out. I know Balenciaga has the hourglass one, for example. Absolutely love the idea of those, but again, when I think about what I would wear those with as investment pieces, I would just wear this with it. And if I would just wear this with it, why am I spending hundreds if not thousands of dollars on another one? So yeah, one black blazer in my wardrobe and I am content. The next item I've actually put on, y'all, and it is my Hermes Click Clack bracelet. Now, I hope that's the official title. I'm not sure. That's at least what we call it in the streets, okay? In these Hermes streets, these luxury loving streets. This is a smaller size. It is a seasonal pattern, as you can see, because it is a zebra. So it has 2 zebras on it, and then it is black and white with a little bit of taupe in it. Perfect for my neutral loving capsule wardrobe, all right? I absolutely love this pattern. It was my first time seeing it. I didn't even know Hermes did patterns in this bracelet. When I saw it at the Hermes in Orlando at Mall of Millennia, my cousin was with me, and he was getting a bracelet, and he was like, I'm gonna treat you to a bracelet, and I was like, let's do the damn thing. So he got orange, I got this one. And when I saw it, it was truly, y'all, love at first sight, because I had never really like been down for a click clack bracelet. I loved it when I saw it on other people, but I didn't think it was for me. And what I realized is I was waiting on like the right one. The ones in the solid color, for example, or in like rose gold, etc. They're great, but this is the one that I was meant to have. And I don't see this ever leaving my collection, especially because it was a gift, so it holds sentimental value for me. And yeah, this is my click clack bracelet. I just want to say that if you are following a lot of Luxe influencers, people who have these jewel worthy feeds, just know that they are collectors, right? Like, that is what brings them joy. That is what makes their heart sing. It's not the same thing for everybody. Some folks are really into cars. Some folks are really into couponing. Some folks are really into investing. You know best what your thing is. And what I know is having a huge collection of designer fashion jewelry, having multiple click clack bracelets, for example, it's not gonna bring me joy. And so instead of trying to emulate what someone else has, or allowing myself to be influenced by what someone else has, or allowing for my desires to go unchecked, it's better for me to be realistic and say, that's the one for me. And that's the that on that. So Hermes Click Clack bracelet, one and done. And that is it, good people. Thank y'all so much for watching. And I actually would really want to know your opinion. How do you feel about this concept of luxury minimalism? Like, are those things just antithetical on principle? Can they coexist? What is your philosophy when buying luxury goods? I would love to know down below in the comments. Once again, everything that I can find that I mentioned today will be linked, and I will see y'all across the internets. Peace.